in my last lesson, or this introduction to this, I talk about the things that we see repeated over and over again in the Old Testament, typically sin, right? Well, also in the Old Testament, God constantly is using regular people to do great things, right? Gideon, David, a young man gets up there with a slingshot and kills the giant. Right? Why was Matthew considered a sinner? Whatever it was that he knew about Jesus, he knew about it, and rising up, he followed him. So here's this tax collector. Jesus says, "Follow me," and he follows him. And this is something that we need to get in our heads, that these guys are doing much the same like Abraham, right? God goes up to Abraham, "Hey, Abraham, I know you're pretty old, but I need you to leave and go over to this other place." And he goes, "Okay." And seeing the Pharisees said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" Matthew is a tax collector. Well, why is he a sinner? Well, because tax collectors were notoriously defrauding people of more taxes than what they were supposed to pay, and they would pocket the extra. Is Jesus saying that the Pharisees are righteous? And why is he saying this? But he's allowing the arrogance of this Pharisee to stay right where it is. This Pharisee thinks, "I don't need repentance. What do I need repentance for? I perform the law perfectly, in good conscience. All of my sacrifices are up to date. I am clean. I don't touch unclean Gentiles. I don't even talk to Samaritan." And so I asked the question, if you were Matthew, how would you feel about having Jesus in your home? And how will Matthew's background help to further the gospel? Well, obviously, Matthew was very pleased to have Jesus there. And I've said it before, Jesus didn't hang out with sinners, okay? Let's not be dumb and talk that way. "Oh, well, Jesus, he hung out with prostitutes." Come on, let's not be stupid. If you were hanging out with Jesus, you were going to transform. You were going to be healed because you were ill. You weren't hanging out with Jesus and then all of a sudden he's approving your lifestyle. Now, if you're living in sin, no, that's not it. That's not it. Jesus was having an effect on these people, and they were changing their lives. Like I said, Matthew changed his life right here and right then.